Right, so we're going to go in with the Glow Eye Serum, Vitamin C and Ceramides. A little goes a long way with this stuff. And then I'm going to go in with my Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Sensitive Firming Day Cream. Hi Sarah. I have filmed a lot of videos today. Did 2 longer form content videos. Just things people have requested. Because I didn't sleep. And the idiots upstairs are leaving the communal door. It's a fire door, so it's a really heavy communal door. And rather than use their intercom, rather than using the fobs to get into the building, they're just leaving it open. So every time someone comes in, it bangs really, really loudly. So I couldn't even have a little nap. So I just thought, we'll do this earlier than I would normally. See who comes in. We'll go off what YouTube says my perfect time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right, primer. So the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I will be doing a Shop My Stash soon. It's been 4 weeks already. I just want to use this palette I put together first. I've only got 2 more looks after today anyway. I also need to use my Project Pen palettes, my Pat McGrath ones. But not really in a rush for that. As long as I've used both of them before the month ends, we're good. I'm not too sure I've got another poreless primer after I've used this one, you know. I know I've got a lot of glow. Well, that was my mum calling. I know I've got a lot of glowy ones, but I don't think I've got any more poreless ones, so I'm going to have to buy one when I run out, because there's not that much left there now. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably around here somewhere, about halfway. Would you go for the same primer again? No, I'd go for a different one. I don't know what's on the market in regards to poreless ones, so I'd have to have a look. I mean, it's not a bad one. I've had this ages. My friend sent it to me. I prefer this over the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which is in a pot. Yeah, it's in a pot just a little bit bigger than this. So I prefer that one. If I had to recommend, I would definitely recommend this one. But yeah, I definitely need to go and have a look what other poreless putty primers out there. Not even putty, just a poreless primer. What are you doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll be doing another live, and then I'll be going to my mum's for Sunday dinner. And hello Bella. Right. Foundation. Let's use the e.l.f. one, because we use the e.l.f. poreless putty primer. So let's go in with a matching foundation. But before that, let me go in with the New Look Glow highlighter stick. I go to my mum's on a Sunday too. Does she make you Sunday dinner, Sarah? I go to my mum's every day, but I only really have a dinner with her on a Sunday, or unless it's a bank holiday. If it's a bank holiday, we'll have it then as well. And you'll have to ignore my hair. It's at the stage now where it needs washing. It's gone all frizzy, so I don't want to put it down because it's all frizzy. I'll wash it tomorrow, so it'll be a refresh. It's way in need of a refresh. Yes, she does a Sunday dinner. I see her most days too. She lives just around the corner. Sounds like my mum. Right, so we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation, medium buildable coverage, long lasting, 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. You get 30 mils in this, just a normal foundation really. But I said 30 mils because some of them only come in like 25 mils, don't they? So my shade is 10 Fair Cool, lightest shade you can get. I'm going to try this brush again. Let me just wipe it off, because I don't know if anything's on it. And we'll put some vitamin C facial mist on as well, on the brush. Most of it went on my hand. I'll be glad to pull out some new products. 4 weeks is a lot with the same products, and I've got a heap of cream blushes that I want to use as well. So, you know, there's certain things I want to try in. Like, I think I want to keep my Hourglass palette in, the one that I'm project panning, the one that I've finished the finishing powder. I think I want to keep that and not pull a powder bronzer, just work on that for the month and see how well I can do with that. Because the products, you don't get that much product in them, in the powders, I don't think. And it's got a nice pinky blush in there as well, to go with all the creams that I brought out. And I don't know what else, like in regards to powder products. Top Sieve, please follow me. What kind of channel do you do? Hi Georgia. These brushes are so good. I know I say this every time I use it, but they are. I just wish I could get them from my Primark. And they're dual-ended as well, so really worth it. I think they're like either £1.30 or £1.80. I'm always going somewhere, Georgia. You should know that by now. I'm going to my mum's after this. stiff as a board. I don't know. It's looking a bit... Sorry, I've got my hands on the camera. Why is it looking even more blurry now? Oh yeah, my camera's not knackered. No, you're not stupid. Don't say that about yourself. Right, Glossier Stretch Concealer. So it's in the shade G12. Now it doesn't look blurry, but it did before. My eyebrows still look very black. Trust me guys, they're not black, they're a very dark brown. You don't have to keep apologising. Okay, so that's the concealer on. I did find my glue, so let's use this. It's not tinted or anything, I don't need a tinted brow glue. It's NYX, the brow glue. We're just going to brush out the brows first. That's not relevant, musician. Keep spamming and I'm going to get you out. Giving you one more chance. Keep spamming and I'll get you out. The spamming, Georgia. Just repeating themselves after the other. And I don't put up with that over here. If people do it, I tend to get them out. I don't even tend to give them a chance. Right, so that will hold them in place. Right, let's go in with the Beauty Crop Vitamin Babe powder just for under the eyes. Why do I always dig my hands into this darn palette? Oh, okay, that's really annoying. They shouldn't be doing that to you and making you stressed. I'm not stressed. I've got enough nice people in here not to be stressed. Well, there's only 2 of you in now. Yeah, I've got enough problems that does actually make me stressed rather than being stressed by people I don't know. Hello, George. Right, so contour. Right, now we're going to go in with the She Glam contour. It's the Soft Tan Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour. It will be lovely when I've got all the base products to bring colour back to my cheeks. It was sunny yesterday and I was going out and my neighbour said, "Oh, you're going to burn." And at one point I thought I was going to burn. I was as red as a beetroot. Said, "You need a hat on." I said, "I don't have one, because I don't really go out in the sun." It was too much yesterday. I struggled, me too, but I had to go out there. I had to go to the job centre, which was a lot, and then I had to go to my hospital appointment with my speech and language therapist, and literally I was rushing from one place to another. So yeah, it was just really, really hot. The picture will eventually end up on Instagram, so you'll be able to see it. When I say I go red as a redhead, I mean I go red, like I'm about to pass out or something. I think he's gone now, phew. Probably because I wasn't talking to him, Georgia. All I can hear is my bloody door banging. Can't wait to get out of this flat tonight. And I can't stay over at my mum's because her flat's just as bad. She's got a new neighbour in who's been there. When I say new, she's been there like 3 months probably. And she is literally up all throughout the night, banging as well. So normally I would stay in my mum's front room on a sofa, so I can't do that either. Yeah, I can't handle the sun, especially when it's between 25 and 30. The sun for me, I can handle it between 15 and 20. Any higher than that, it's kind of like, oh, I'm so over it. Well, flat, apartment, whichever way you want to call it. Luckily though, I don't have, there's not much heat. It's very, very cool in my flat. Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. Hi Fortune. We'll just cross here. Up here. I already know which, because I was going through my collection today, I already know which contour stick I want to bring out in the next rotation. Just let me take off this bronzer. I've not really used it a lot, so I definitely want to use it again soon. I don't live in Scotland. What gave you that impression? See how the colour's coming back to my face now? Yeah, it's not very orange toned. I mean, it's a bit warm for me, I think. I wouldn't repurchase it. I just want to use it up at this point, Fortune. What I tend to do is just blend it all out, but because I'm so fair, then I need to go and blend it out with a powder brush, and then I go in with a powder bronzer. I feel like this part of the makeup routine for me is longest, because I need to make sure it's all blended. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to keep taking drinks. My throat's raw as anything. Yeah, so if you're fair, just make sure you blend out your bronzer or your contour. You don't want to look too dark, especially if you've got red hair. I didn't used to use bronzer and contour for the longest time because I could never get the right shade. This shade, so this shade is light. I don't know if they do it anymore though, Fortune Revolution. So it's the Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. And then the contour I used is from Glam. And this is the lightest shade you can get as well. So this one is in the shade Soft Tan Sun Sculpt. I recommend this, it's really nice. So they're the two shades I've used up to this point. And then we'll blend down here. And then I've been going in with different bronzers alternately. So I pulled one out that was just a bronzer and then one out that was a palette. So this one is just my normal bronzer that I've been using, this Shop My Stash. It's the Pat McGrath Labs Nude Honey. And then there is this one in the palette, which is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. And it's this one here. I think I want to use the Pat McGrath one. Hi, Bellagio. Why do you keep retracting your messages, Georgia? I've noticed you do that a lot. Right, I'm just going to go on with this BH Cosmetics brush. So up here. And I only go in really softly with the powder bronzer. And that's that done. Do you have the dupe of the Glow Recipe Toner and Primer? Yes. Yes, I got them from Home Bargains. I've not been using them though at the moment because I've been getting insect bites. I don't know how I'm getting them, but every time I'm using them, because they've got watermelon in them and the toner's very, very strong, I get bites. I mean, I'm not even using this toner at the moment. My skincare regime is very, very simple. I used to love this, so I'm not using that just because I don't want any more insect bites. And they were really close to my eye as well. So I'll probably bring that out again in autumn when it's not so hot. There's hairs in this brush. You don't have to worry about spelling words wrong. If I don't understand what you're saying, I'll ask. We don't have to be perfectionists over here. Right, what do I want to do for blush? Well, I don't even know what I'm doing for eyeshadow. Let me look at the palette. I was hoping Poppy would come back in so I could do the look she requested. But I'll leave it for now and maybe do this one today. So in that case, if I'm doing that, then I might use this blusher. I've not used this blusher yet. I bought it a while ago in Manchester. So it's the Blush Duo Blush PS Bronze. Doesn't give me a shade name, but it's a dupe. It's a dupe for the Patrick Tar. I've got a feeling this is going to look more like bronzer, but we'll see. I need something to put on for the cream bronzer. Sorry, cream blush. I wonder if this brush would work. So I'm just going to dip it into the blush. Ooh, I've dipped. That's way too much. And then we will blend out with this. It's a really nice rosy brown. She's a big fan. Why does she watch me? I've never heard the name Stevie before. But hello, Stevie. Oh, that's nice, actually. But is it going to be nice with that powder over the top? So we'll try it anyway. And if I don't like it, then I'm just going to... Oh, I don't want it to be too orange toned. We'll just put a bit on. I probably won't use that going forward, but I do really like that. So I probably need to find something powdery that looks a similar colour. Like a powder blush that looks a similar colour. What are you doing on here then, George? Shouldn't you and your friend be doing something rather than watching me? Right, let's blend this out a bit. She isn't allowed to comment, that's why you have never heard the name. That's just her rule. Her rule? Okay then. What's that got to... that? What? I don't know what you're even getting at, musician. Being a Britisher, and there's no such word as being a Britisher, thank you very much. It's called being British or someone from the UK. Why would we hate? We don't hate anyone. Why do you have to be so miserable? Right, so now I'm going to go into the Huda Beauty Glowish powder. What kind of comment is that? Oh my god. I know. I don't even understand why they're letting people in, because normally this only happens when I've got a lot of people here. Like people that keep coming in on YouTube, like putting my videos out into the algorithm, but there's only 4 of you here. Doesn't make any sense. Can you block him if he keeps spamming? I will do. Glowish 01 Fair. It's only 8 o'clock, it's really early. Sometimes I don't go to my mum's till 10. Hi Sutton Joy. You've just come in just in time for the best part, the eyeshadow. I always say that because to me it is the best part. Right, so I'm going to go in now with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer in shade 1. People are just weird and rude. Yeah, they can be. Just don't take them on. I mean, why would somebody even say that? That's just making assumptions about British people. I'm okay, thank you, son. Just dealing with a few health issues. Now I'm going to go into this Revolution powder palette. Can you see where I've been digging my fingers? Just for this one here. I know that's just him saying that. Hopefully he hasn't been saying that to people. Just wants a reaction, Georgia. The best thing is not to give him one. You're not saying anything wrong. You're making assumptions about British people, of course you are. And you're making assumptions about what I think about people from India. So you're saying several things wrong there, musician. Why are you watching a makeup channel anyway? You quite clearly aren't interested in makeup. You feel free to leave. Because if you don't leave and there's any more comments, I will get you out. Right, so now we're going to go in with eyeshadow. I'll show you what it looks like. It's better to do it that way, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this one today. This is another Glaminatrix one that my friend Lisa gave me. Well, bought for me. That one is in the shade Sparks. I think we'll have to do a fairly neutral eyeshadow, like with the browns and maybe this darker brown on the lash line. So let's start with the lightest brown, which is going to be this one. And even that's quite dark in my opinion. Wow, we're getting through this live pretty quick. What do you mean, not my skin? You know, you're being not very nice. Is there something wrong with you, musician, that causes you to target people like this? Musician, can you just leave the live if you are going to be like that? You're making me sad and annoyed, musician. Don't be sad. And your reaction, George, is giving him what he wants. This is why I've not got him out. I've gone way up there too much. But I will get him out if I have to. I feel really, really hot. So I was saying before, it's quite cool in my flat, but feels quite hot. Grow up. Then I'm going to go in. So these shades that I'm showing you are all from Natasha Denona Gold. So then I'm going to go with this one. Which is just slightly darker. So that's what I'm looking like so far. Gonna go back into that Revolution contour palette just for that shade. Make sure everything's blended out. Should have really gone in with glitter glue first. Never mind. I think the shimmer I put on, I think it's just going to be really dark because it is quite a dark shade. I'm always losing that little eyeliner. Oh, I don't know where it is. So let's put some glitter glue on first. Yeah, the little Wayne one and the little Wayne Goss one, Sarah, in this great big makeup basket. No wonder I'm always losing it. Because I want to wear a brown eyeliner really. And I don't want to put eyeshadow on. Hi Kira. So it feels like I've got sweat on my upper lip. I knew I was hot. It's quite hot though, isn't it, today? Right, so where are you, Wayne Goss? Right, maybe I can just use this one. This one here. The Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. It's called Shimmer Sensation. So it's perfect for summer weather, but you just don't really get much payoff. Just back from work, we'll have to catch up on replay in a while. No worries. I always say though, the eyeshadow is the best part. Right. So I'll just show it. Actually, no, I'll show it in the palette. So we're going to go in with this one here from Glaminatrix. It's called Sparks. Look at that. I'm just going to pat it on because it does still feel like tacky, the glitter glue. Or glitter primer is what it's called. Yeah, so Lisa bought me this Glaminatrix single. Along with a couple of others. And I'm sure she bought me my first Glaminatrix palette with it. She's bought me a lot since, so I couldn't tell you which one it is. Maybe she could tell me which one it came with. But she probably won't watch it. I love the Cruel Intentions jumper. Sparks is a beautiful colour. It's from when I went to see Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical. So I bought it when I went to see that film. It's just a t-shirt. Wow, this colour matches my hair. You can't really see it see that it matches my hair. It's like a reddy brown. Oh, that's nice. Hi, Mel. Okay, so now for inner corner, I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I think that one's just going to be too dark for inner corner. I might go to this one. So I've already used this one for inner corner. This one is another one that Lisa bought for me. It's really hard to say. It looks like IS1 or something like that. It's more of a topper. Have used it before, but we'll use it with an eyeshadow brush. And see how that works out. Okay, let's start off here. Yeah, it just goes with the eyeshadow. You can't really see a difference, I don't think. I might have to use a different... It just kind of looks orange like this one, so I might have to try and lighten that up. You know, I got home last night and this, where I'm living, is getting worse and worse to live. I got home last night and on the staircase going up to the 2 flats, because I'm on the bottom along with the guy that just lives across the way, and there was literally some bread that had gone stale on the bottom of the staircase, so of course he had to get rid of it because I don't want mice roaming around the flat. It's just getting so unhygienic. I was pissed off. Anyway, that's not going to do for me. That's too dark for the inner corners. So what I might do is go on with this plain white and then this one next to it. Oh, that's better. It's like, why leave food out? We've got binge, right? They sat on the staircase. We have got binge. All you need to do is go out the communal door and the bins are literally here. It's just, it's like, if they're going to do that to the communal hallway, what must their flats be like? Don't worry, Georgia, I'll talk to you another time. Oh, that's much better now. Right, so I want to go in with this little frozen brush here, and I want to go in with that dark brown shade here from the Natasha Denona Gold. I think it's called Log. And then we're just going to put that really close to the lash line. Right, I'll go on with a bit more sparks. So that's that one. Right, and then that brown shade log, I want to put a little bit on the outer corner. Let's just make sure there's no eyeshadow on this brush. Just to deepen it out a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to watch Chicago on the 26th of July. So that'll be fun. Don't really get to go out much, so I'm looking forward to it. I do like my musicals. Right, I'm going to go back in with this shade here. Part of me does feel like it's a bit too dark for me, but they've got a shade like this in the Glaminatrix Grounded palette. Not quite the same, but to me it looks the same. Mascara. So the Essence of False Lashes Mascara Extreme Volume and Curl. It's still very wet. But I don't want to open any others that I've got. I can hear people outside as well. Like they're probably in the next flat along, but it sounds like they're underneath my window. That's how bad it is. And like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, they're out there having a cigarette as well. And it's like, sometimes I just wish I didn't have to live here, but obviously my mum lives about 6-7 minutes away, and I'm kind of stuck here, to be honest, but it is what it is. It's pointless complaining. Brows are looking great. I'm definitely going to attempt to tint mine at some point. I have the same issue with communal spaces, like you say. What must their place be like if they leave food out? Exactly. And I've had also, like in the last month, I've had all kinds going on, Kira. You know, dog dirt out there, like practically outside my doorstep. I've had like left McDonald's outside, not outside like my door or anything, but outside the communal door, you know, just as you're coming in. It's kind of like, oh, come on, sort your shizzle out. Brows. So brows, I probably left the brow tint on longer than I should, but I do like dark brows, and in a week or two it won't be as strong as this, so I don't mind that. When you do your brows, I feel like they look a lot thicker. Like if you go to an Instagram post of like a week ago, my brows don't look this thick, and that's what I like about it. Your makeup is beautiful. Thank you, Bella. So we've got all that on. It's just a lip I need to find now. And I'd like to find one that I've not already used, and we're going through this. This Twilight, I've used that. Yeah, I've used Twilight. I've used this, but I don't think I've used it on camera, so that one can stay out. See if there's anything else. See, I really like those glosses. So I've got the PS Plumping Lip Serum and the pink one, and then this is more brown toned. And then I've used everything. I've got some in my bag, and then I pretty much used everything apart from, I have used it but not as much as some of the others. So once I've used that one, I'll probably use it tomorrow. Once I've used that, I'll talk you through everything that's in here and let you know if I'm going to keep or declutter. So we'll use this. It's probably not going to be the ideal shade, but it's a brown look, like a brown ready look, so it might go. Yeah, it's bad living here. It didn't used to be. Like, it's like a cul-de-sac. You walk to the top of like a small hill, and then you've got these like block of flats, and there's 4 per block of flat, and you know, it's just getting rougher and rougher. And people come at all hours of night, so you can imagine what's going on in the flats. I'm not going to say anything, of course, but people come all hours of the night, and it's kind of like I'll see someone when I'm you know, walking from my mum's, and I do walk like from my mum's quite late, but it is only like 6 minutes away, and I'll be like, what are you doing out at this time of night? But they're probably thinking the same thing about me. Oh, these smell gorgeous. They smell like MAC lipsticks. Like, do you know how MAC lipsticks smell of vanilla? Smell like that. Doesn't look great because I've not got my hair down, but it's just going to have to do, isn't it? You can't always have a good hair day. I like it though. I like the makeup. So that's it there. It's on a black base. I don't normally like multi-chromes on a black base, but that's not looking too bad. Let me see if I can blend it out a bit more. I said to my mum now, I said if I had the money, I'd say I won the lottery, I'd buy some land, I'd get them to build a house for me, and then she could live on like they call them granny flats, don't they? On the side, so I could always be there to look after her. But we'd have our own space as well, because none of us, like not me nor my mum, could live together again. No, we didn't get on when we lived together when I was younger. We're the best of friends now, but we're the best of friends because we don't live together. I feel like I need to go in with a bit more of this one. I've said the same to mine. I'll be there for whatever, Sarah. But I mean, at the end of the day, I like my own space. I've lived on my own now for 10 years, so I'm used to it. It took me, like when me and my ex split up, it took me so long to get used to it. It was hard. But now, you know, I feel like I've got this community on YouTube. I've got my friends outside of YouTube that I've made on YouTube. I've got my family, you know, so I've got quite a bit going on. I don't need a partner at this point in life. My mum's always saying to me though, you'll fall in love when I'm no longer here, and I'm like, no, I don't think I will. I think that's it now. I think the look is beautiful. I'm in a block of 8 on the ground floor, and I hear all sorts too, but being close to your mum is important to you. Yeah, of course. Especially as before I was living where I'm living now, I lived in Manchester. I would not be able to get to my mum's, obviously, because I don't drive. I wouldn't be able to get to my mum's in 6 minutes if I lived in Manchester or anywhere else. So I need to stay where I'm staying. You know, it would be easy enough for me to say, right, I'm moving out, but that wouldn't be 6 minutes away. And I wouldn't be able to come and see her every day like I do now. So I've got to grin and bear it. And if I really, really don't like it, then scream at the top of my voice like I did the other day. So when I was coming home, it was only a few days ago, they got the settee out. Like, I'm not too bothered that there was a settee in the front garden. I'm not too bothered about it. But what it was parallel to the gate. So I had to jump onto the settee and then I had to jump over to the other side, and I hurt my kneecaps, and I've got arthritis in my kneecaps. You know, is there any need for it? So I went, oh, for fuck's sake. And they moved it. So took me ages after the divorce to get used to living alone. Luckily I had my sons. Yeah, I don't have anyone like that. I mean, I've got my niece, but she's busy off with her best friend, so I don't really talk to her. She's at that stage where she gets a little bit moody as well. She's 15, you know, she's a typical 15-year-old. Like I said, I've got my sister. I see her once a week, most weeks, and then my mum, who I see every single day. So, you know, I dread the moment that she's no longer around, because my life will be so empty. Anyway, let's not get morbid. We don't need to talk about that because she's still here. And the same with my mum. We're so close now, but God forbid we moved in together again. We would be a nightmare. Exactly. It's just, you get used to doing things your own way as well, don't you? Well, I do anyway. And I don't like being told what to do as well. You know, she's a person that she thinks her way is the right way and my way is the wrong way. It's like, I'll go to a house for Sunday dinner and I'll say, let me do the washing up, Mum. And she's like, oh, no, you can't do it. And I said, Mum, it's washing up. Because she doesn't have a dishwasher or anything like that. And I'm like, anyone can do washing up. A 5-year-old can do it. And she's like, oh, not like me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And she's like, shoo, go in the front room and watch something on TV. And I'm like, okay, if you're sure. And she's like, I'm sure. Anyway, the look again. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow, even earlier. And I guess I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.